I guess is why I ride with mirrors. All right, here we are at Kiel. And Annette. So when you're commuting, you have a couple of choices. As I mentioned, it's always better to take the diagonal. You want to save yourself some time. In this case, what I'm doing is going straight west for a while. Clear, so I can go out. Not making this light though. Alright. We'll do a turn in then. Signal right. Nobody here on either side. We'll pull a U-ey. And back in. You don't really save a lot of time, but at least you're moving. Cyclists have a pathological need to not brake, not stop. You don't want to lose your momentum, right? I'm often shocked at how far a bike can go after you start pedaling it and then just stop. They really are quite efficient machines. Given a whole bunch of things like the fact we're riding on paved surfaces and all that. Roads sort of maximize the benefits of a bicycle, right? Although bumpy in places, they're comparatively smooth. If you've ever tried to off-road where there's no discernible path, you'll know the difference pretty clearly. But from a cycling perspective, this is gold, right? Nice sight lines, lots of space. Of course, it would have been here even without the path, but it does make it nice and official. And of course, the other thing to keep in mind is, because I use DuPont, we're not that far north of Bloor, even though it's not exactly the same distance in between all the way along. So if you wanted to go down to Bloor and Roncesvalles, it's a nice area for restaurants and shops. You just turn on Roncy up here and you're done. 5 minutes down. So I'm not sure if people would take this route by car to get to Roncesvalles. By bike it works remarkably well. So that's something to think about too. There's that mirror again. Beautiful. Beautiful. Timing. Runnymede. Oh, there. Okay. I'm keeping an eye on my mirrors, see if there's anybody coming up behind me, but there's not. pretty convinced I could never ride a unicycle, but this I can do. Closest thing. All right, we're coming up on Jane, which is where we'll be switching over, getting on a trail that leads us to the waterfront, and then we go north. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be construction along the lines in some places. I'm primarily interested in the stuff on the north end. So, I am prepared for a little detour in if necessary. But for now, the assumption is north all the way through. All right, there's Jane. He's turning. I need to get ahead of him or wait for him. He's turning as well. Since they're waiting for the guy with the baby, I can go here. They're turning, so they're nowhere near me. And we're done. Sweet. Sweet, sweet. Okay, derailleur's a little off. From 5 to 6. And from 6 to 7. Seven to 8 is fine. Let's go all the way to the bottom and work our way back up. So there's one. That was a bit hesitant. Okay. 4 is hesitant. 5. 6. 4, 5, 6, and 7. And that's on to where I ride most of the time. Put her on to 3, see if they stick as much or less. Back down, and then, okay, rubs on 1 and 2, and 3. Slow to pick up on 4. Slow to pick up on 5. Slow to pick up on 6. 7's not bad. 8's fine. Okay, so same pattern. 4 to 7 are problematic. Everything else is fine. Okay, so heavy on the back brake, sit on the back seat. Shift your weight to the back of the bike. Add front brake where necessary. I gotta make a sharp left turn here. I gotta check for cars coming. I look in the mirror or the windows of this house, I can see the car that's coming, so I know there's something there. I keep an eye out for the next one. Nobody there. I go. That is not a hill you want to shoot super fast, because if there's a car coming around there, you're committed. There's really nothing else to do about it. So I guess you could try to make the right-hand turn, which is a lot less sharp, but still, I wouldn't be betting on that. So solution is slow down, and I figured out how to spot the cars in the windows of the house in front of me. That was luck one day, I noticed that, but hey, except when they're covered in snow, it's really a pretty reliable way of doing it. So here we are at the trail. So I'm just gonna slow down, watch the cut. I'm gonna quickly check my time, because I'm curious how long it takes to get just to the trail. And it is, hold on, I believe it's 10:45. So it's a half an hour, basically. All right. So instead of going down south, we're going to go up north, which means there's the Humber right there, roaring along. That's nice. Okay, so trails. This is really what you want, right? For your trip to work. No cars. However, here's the thing. The situation really isn't that much different. It's just the relationships have changed. So now you're the big kahuna, the fast, heavy thing for anything you come across. From another cyclist to a pedestrian, to a dog, whatever, right? So you behave accordingly, right? You got to be on the lookout for others that you might run into. You need to remember that bikes are very quiet. I usually hear something on them rattling or making noise, but not always. Some people are pretty silent, so you gotta keep your eyes open. Okay. Let's see if the trail is still open.